The Auto Union Type C arrived in 1934 as the third iteration of the German Grand Prix monster. Its streamlined, teardrop body was crafted by designer Dr. Ernst Heinkel, who applied aircraft principles to reduce drag. The car featured a fully enclosed wheel well, a low nose, and a rear-mounted 6.0-liter V16 that pushed 520 horsepower. In competition, the Type C shattered records, winning the 1935 European Championship and posting a top speed of 154 mph at the Nürburgring. Its aerodynamic efficiency gave it a decisive edge over rivals still using blunt, open-wheeled designs. The project ended with World War II, and the surviving chassis were seized by Allied forces. Though none remain in running condition, the Type C's silhouette set the template for future race cars, proving that shaping the body could be as crucial as raw power. When Jaguar unveiled the XK120 in 1948, it was the fastest production car in the world, reaching 120 mph straight from the factory. The secret lay in its aerodynamic fastback, a low drag coefficient of 0.38, achieved by smoothing the body and integrating a modestly raked windshield. Engineers used wind tunnel testing, a rarity for road cars at the time, to sculpt the shape, reducing turbulence around the wheels and underbody. The XK120 dominated endurance events, winning the 1950 Le Mans 24 Hours in its class. Its success forced competitors to adopt streamlined bodies, ushering an era where aerodynamics became a performance metric for production sports cars. Production ceased in 1954. But the XK120 influence persisted, inspiring the later E-Type and cementing Jaguar's reputation for elegant, fast design. The 1954 Mercedes-Benz 300 SL introduced a revolutionary aerodynamic approach for a road car. Its iconic gullwing doors were not merely aesthetic. They allowed a very low roofline and a smooth, uninterrupted roof surface, lowering the drag coefficient to 0.31. The car's long, tapered tail and integrated front air intakes managed airflow to cool the fuel-injected inline-six while minimizing resistance. In competition, the 300 SL set a new benchmark, winning the 1955 mm at an average speed of 61 mph. The aerodynamic package contributed to its top speed of 161 mph, a record for production cars at the time. The 300 SL was produced until 1957, after which it was succeeded by the more conventional 300 SE. Its aerodynamic principles influenced the design of subsequent Mercedes sports cars and cemented the Gullwing as a timeless symbol of engineering elegance. Porsche's 550 Spyder debuted in 1953 as a lightweight, open-top racer built around a 1.5-liter flat four. Its most striking aerodynamic feature was the low, sloping nose and the smooth, rounded tail that reduced wake turbulence. Engineers placed the engine far back, creating a near-perfect weight distribution and allowing a tapered rear that cut drag to an estimated 0.30 coefficient. The Spyder's efficiency translated into raw performance. It won its class at the 1954 24 Hours of Le Mans and claimed victory at the 1955 Mille Miglia. The car's success prompted Porsche to adopt its aerodynamic cues in later models, most notably the 911 series. Production ended in 1956, but the 550 design philosophy lived on, proving that a minimalist, aerodynamic silhouette could dominate both road racing and hill climbs. The 1966 Lamborghini Miura is often hailed as the first supercar, but its aerodynamic legacy is equally significant. Designed by Carrozzeria Bertone, the Miura featured a low, wedge-shaped body with integrated front air ducts that fed the mid-mounted V12 while smoothing airflow over the bonnet. The rear end tapered sharply, creating a low drag coefficient of roughly 0.36, unusual for a 2-ton vehicle of its era. In 1967, the Miura set a speed record at the Nürburgring, lapping the circuit faster than any production car before it. Its aerodynamic efficiency allowed the 4.0-liter engine to propel the car beyond 170 mph, reshaping expectations for performance and styling. Production ceased in 1973, yet the Miura's silhouette inspired the wedge designs of the Countach, Diablo, and many modern hypercars, cementing its role as an aerodynamic pioneer. Ferrari's 365 GTB/4, known as the Daytona, arrived in 1968 with a body sculpted by Pininfarina to achieve a drag coefficient near 0.34. The car's long, low nose and integrated rear spoiler reduced lift at high speeds, while the front air intakes were shaped to feed the 4.4-liter V12 without disrupting airflow. In 1970, the Daytona set a production car speed record of 174 mph at the Daytona International Speedway, proving that aerodynamic refinement could coexist with raw V12 power. The model remained in production until 1973, after which its aerodynamic cues were inherited by the 1975 308 GTB. The Daytona's blend of beauty and function established a new benchmark for GT cars, influencing both Ferrari's future designs and the broader supercar market. When Porsche introduced the 928 in 1977, it marked a departure from the brand's rear engine layout in favor of a front-engine, rear-wheel drive configuration optimized for aerodynamics. The 928 low, curvaceous roofline, integrated rear spoiler, and pop-up headlights created a drag coefficient of 0.34, exceptional for a Grand Tourer of its size. Wind tunnel testing guided the placement of the engine and the shaping of the side vents, balancing cooling needs with minimal drag. The 928 won the 1979 European Car of the Year award, praised for its stability at 150 mph and its fuel-efficient cruising at 70 mph. Production continued until 1995, outlasting many rivals and influencing Porsche's later 911 redesigns, which adopted a more aerodynamically refined silhouette. The 928 demonstrated that a luxury GT could be both powerful and aerodynamically disciplined. The Jaguar XJ220, launched in 1992, was the world's fastest production car at 217 mph, a feat achieved largely through aerodynamic mastery. Its sleek, low-drag body featured a drag coefficient of 0.30, achieved with a flat under tray, a small front splitter, and a pronounced rear diffuser that generated downforce without excessive drag. The car's active rear wing, deployed at high speed, further stabilized the vehicle. In 1993, the XJ220 set a record at the Nardo test track, confirming its top speed claim. Production ended in 1994 after only 275 units, largely due to cost and a shift to a V8 engine in later models. Despite its brief run, the XJ220 aerodynamic solutions set a new standard for supercars, influencing the design language of the McLaren F1 and later hypercars that prioritized low drag paired with active aerodynamics. McLaren's F1, introduced in 1992, combined a carbon fiber monocoque with a groundbreaking aerodynamic package. The car's central driving position allowed a narrow cockpit, reducing frontal area. Its underbody featured a flat floor and venturi tunnels that generated ground effect downforce without large external wings, achieving a drag coefficient of 0.32. The F1's active aerodynamic elements, such as the adjustable rear wing, could be tuned for top speed runs or circuit grip. In 1998, a modified F1 set a record of 240.1 mph, the highest speed ever recorded for a naturally aspirated production car. Production ceased in 1998 after 106 units. But the F1's aerodynamic philosophy, maximizing downforce through underbody shaping rather than overt wings, redefined supercar engineering and is evident in today's hypercars. The Bugatti Veyron 16.4, released in 2005, pushed aerodynamics to the limits of a 1,200 horsepower hypercar. Its body was sculpted using extensive computational fluid dynamics, achieving a drag coefficient of 0.36 while producing 1,200 kg of downforce at 200 mph. The Veyron employed an active rear wing that adjusted angle based on speed, and a front splitter that managed airflow to the massive cooling system. In 2007, the Veyron Super Sport recorded a top speed of 267.9 mph, a record that stood for years. Production ended in 2015 after 450 units, but the Veyron's integrated aerodynamic approach, balancing extreme power with stability, set a benchmark for all subsequent hypercars, including the Chiron and the Koenigsegg Agera RS. Tesla's Model S Plaid, introduced in 2021, demonstrated that electric sedans could achieve supercar-level aerodynamics. The vehicle's drag coefficient of 0.208, the lowest for a production car at launch, resulted from a smooth underbody, active rear spoiler, and a refined front grille that closed at speed to reduce turbulence. The aerodynamic efficiency allowed the 1,020 horsepower powertrain to propel the car from 0-60 mph in under 2 seconds while maintaining a 390-mile EPA range. The Model S Plaid set a lap record at the Nürburgring Nordschleife for a 4-door sedan in 2022, showcasing how low drag can enhance both performance and efficiency. Ongoing production continues, and its aerodynamic blueprint influences future Tesla models and the broader EV market, proving that efficiency and speed can coexist. The Mercedes EQE SUV, unveiled in 2023, represents the latest evolution of aerodynamic design for electric crossovers. Its drag coefficient of 0.26 is achieved through a sleek roofline, active grille shutters, and an underbody diffuser that channels airflow beneath the vehicle. The SUV's rear spoiler automatically deploys at 80 km/h, reducing lift and improving stability at highway speeds. In real-world testing, the EQE SUV achieved a WLTP range of 560 km, a direct benefit of reduced aerodynamic drag. Production began in early 2024, and the model is slated for a mid-life refresh that will incorporate further active aerodynamic surfaces. The EQE SUV's blend of practicality and low drag signals a shift in the industry, showing that even larger electric vehicles can meet stringent efficiency targets without sacrificing design. Tell us which aerodynamic breakthrough you want to see next, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more automotive deep dives.